episode 1 of the Crazy8 Film Festival podcast report here in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. My name is Tracy Truman, and I'm here to show you what the Crazy8 is all about. Let's go.
It's Canada's #1 short film event. I'm going to start there. It gives 5 filmmakers a year over $50,000 goods and services, $50,000 in goods and services each to make a short film.
So you have 5 minutes to pitch an idea for a film in front of a panel of juries, and then they choose teams and they give you funding and support to create a film.
Once you're chosen from the pitch session, you've probably got 3 to 4 weeks to do pre-prep. The first day of prep, you get your start pack, you get your $800 in cash, and you find out who the sponsors are going to be. You've got 2 days to shoot, and you've got your 4 days to post, which is very intense. You deliver on the morning of the 9th day, and on the evening of the 10th day, 8 short films are screened.
Crazy8 lays down a challenge to all these people who walk the walk and talk the talk, and they say, put up or shut up. Really what they're saying is, let's see what you got.
It is a marathon. And it's very sleepless 8 days. If I had advice to the guys who are doing it this year, I would say keep it doable.
The Crazy8 forces a filmmaker to be really responsible to what it is that you're doing. That is not to say that creativity and improvisation can't happen in the moment, but you don't have any times for mistakes.
The whole idea about putting sort of limitations on yourself as filmmakers, and a lot of times when you have these limitations, then you tend to perform more than under the stress of knowing that you only have 8 days to do it. Then you really challenge yourself to step up.
Crazy8 is a kind of roll up my sleeves, make my own movie. I'm not waiting around for you to give me money. I'm gonna do it.
The Crazy8 is a huge stepping stone for a lot of filmmakers. Let's hear what they have to say.
I couldn't even tell you the massive amount of working days I got that led from that initial Crazy8 film.
Crazy8 makes you finish a film. It makes you finish it and it gets it seen. And because people have seen your film, they're willing and they want to be a part of another project. And it's building on one project after another that builds into the independent film community.
It's tough to kind of break in as an actor in this town. And I think something like Crazy8 allows new people to kind of showcase themselves, get a role or two, and then be seen by everyone in the industry, and then they kind of go, oh, that guy can actually do something.
All of the teams are thrown into a concentrated relationship with the Vancouver film industry through post-production vendors, etc. And I think those connections can only ever help somebody.
A lot of people go to the screening to see what the up-and-coming, not only the up-and-coming directors or writers or producers, but a lot of it is the up-and-coming talent that are in the films. Because the people making the films are kind of chosen as these are the next people, all the people they know are also kind of the next generation of the independent scene that's coming.
There's a massive motivation, a kind of rush that comes from making a film so intensely in such a short period of time. And then you stand there 8 days later and there's 2,000 people watching it. And I mean, if that isn't motivation to get out there and make something bigger, then I don't know what is.
If you're wondering how filmmakers get into this festival, it all comes down to the pitch process.
The pitch process is essentially the most important aspect of the festival. You literally have 5 minutes to sell your film to a panel of 6 judges, out of which we usually choose 5 films. But this year we're choosing 8 films to be made.
You basically get 5 minutes in front of judges, and those 5 minutes are pretty much spent just explaining your idea.
You are allowed 1 piece of paper to do anything. You can write down whatever you want about your film. I made a little fold-up comic book.
A standardized pitching environment where somebody, the writer, producer, director, somebody on the team heads into the jury and proposes an idea for the film.
All these pitches that I've seen, I can honestly say there's not been one bad idea over the last 3 years, and I'm looking forward to seeing this year's.
You heard about the pitch process from the Crazy8 alumni. Now stay tuned for next week's episode as we follow the filmmakers from 2006 pitch their films and try to get accepted into the festival. Don't forget to subscribe to the Crazy8 podcast by going to www.crazy8podcasts.com. From Vancouver, British Columbia, I'm Tracy Truman with the Crazy8 podcast report.